Hello everyone. I'm Ted. And today we will start with Chapter 8. Training. And in this chapter we will be discussing Introduction, Training, Development, and Education. Purposes of training. Importance of training. Role-specific and competency-based training. Types of training. Designing a training program. Principles of training. Let's start. Introduction. Training involves changing skills, knowledge, attitudes, or behavior. It aims at bringing a relatively permanent change in employees so that they are able to perform their jobs well. Jobs in most modern organizations have become complex and challenging. To deliver results, employees need to constantly update their knowledge and skills in performing jobs efficiently and effectively. Moving next. Training, development, and education. Training. Training is a planned effort aimed at improving the job-related competencies of an employee. These include knowledge, skills, or behaviors that are critical for successful job performance. Training involves giving new or current employees the specific skills and knowledge they need to perform their jobs well. Development. Development is considered to be more general than training and more oriented to individual needs in addition to organizational needs, and it is most often aimed toward management of people. There is more theory involved with such education and hence less concern with specific behavior than is the case with training. Usually, the intent of development is to provide knowledge and understanding that will enable people to carry out non-technical organizational functions more effectively. Education. Education is wider in scope and more general in purpose when paired to training. Training is the act of increasing the knowledge and skills of an employee while doing a job. It is job-oriented, skill learning. Education is the process of increasing the general knowledge and understanding of employees. It is person-oriented, theory-based knowledge with a main purpose of improving the understanding of a particular subject or theme, conceptual learning. Its primary focus is not the job of an operative. Education is imparted through schools or colleges, and the contents of such a program generally aim at improving the talents of a person. Training is practice-based and company-specific. However, both have to be viewed as programs that are complementary and mutually supportive. Both aim at harnessing the true potential of a person/employee. Moving next. Purposes of training. Newly recruited employees require training so as to perform their tasks effectively. Instruction, guidance, coaching help them to handle jobs competently, without any wastage. Training is necessary to prepare existing employees for higher-level jobs, promotion. Existing employees require refresher training so as to keep abreast of the latest developments in job operations. In the face of rapid technological changes, this is an absolute necessity. Training is necessary when a person moves from one job to another, transfer. After training, the employee can change jobs quickly, improve his performance levels, and achieve career goals comfortably. Training is necessary to make employees mobile and versatile. They can be placed on various jobs depending on organizational needs. Training is needed to bridge the gap between what the employee has and what the job demands. It helps make employees more productive and useful in the long run. Training is needed for employees to gain acceptance from peers. Learning a job quickly and being able to pull their own weight is one of the best ways for them to gain acceptance. Moving next. Importance of training. Training is a vital investment because the payoffs are immeasurable in terms of employee growth, involvement, and commitment. It is an important tool of HRM as it helps to control the attrition rate. It helps in motivating people to stay on, acquire new skills, and remain continually useful to the organization. It helps in increasing the job knowledge and skills of employees at each level. The importance of training can be studied under the following heads. Benefits to the business. Trained workers are more efficient. In case of industry, training improves safety, as it imparts knowledge on the proper use of machines and equipment with due regard to safety and possible hazards. Trained workers show superior performance. Training makes employees more loyal and they will be less inclined to leave the unit where there are growth opportunities. Business to the employees. Training makes an employee more skilled. Internal growth opportunities improve as the employee acquires new skills. Training also helps an employee to move to another organization and pursue career goals actively. Trained employees can avoid mistakes or accidents on the job. They are confident, more satisfied and high on morale. Training enables employees to cope with organizational, social, and technological changes. Effective training is an invaluable investment in the human resources of an organization. Moving next. Role-specific and competency-based training. A competency is a set of knowledge, skills, behaviors, attitudes, and characteristics that distinguish one person from another. To achieve career growth and development, employees should be focusing attention on 3 types of competencies, namely, functional, personal, and business-related. Functional competencies relate to technical knowledge and skills needed to gain mastery over one's field, such as accounting and taxation principles. Personal competencies relate to individual skills and attitudes required to deal with professional relationships successfully, for example, having excellent interpersonal skills. Business competencies relate to the ability to look at issues and situations from the business point of view. Once an organization is able to identify these competencies for various positions, these can be used to selection and development of employees. Competency-based training puts emphasis on what a person can do in the workplace as a result of completing a program of training or based on workplace experience and learning. Ideally, progress within a competency-based training program is not based on time. As soon as trainees have achieved or demonstrated the required competency, they can move to the next competency. In this way, trainees may be able to complete program of study much faster. Competency-based training is based on the concept that people can learn transferable skills, and most training is transferable. Training process outsourcing. Outsourcing is simply obtaining work previously done by employees inside the company from sources outside the company. If someone has specialized in an activity which is not strategically critical to our business and is able to do that cost-effectively, it is better to get it from outside. You get benefited in the form of excellent quality, reliable supply, and rock-bottom price. You can also focus exclusively on doing what you are good at, the so-called mission-critical activities, thereby enhancing your own competitive advantage. For example, Dell outsources the manufacture of its computers. It concentrates all its efforts on enhancing its web-based direct sales capability and does not dilute its energies on other aspects of the game. Outsourcing, not surprisingly, is a big hit with many global firms. Companies such as Nike and Reebok have succeeded by focusing on their core strengths in design and marketing and contracting all their footwear manufacturing to outside suppliers. Outsourcing is changing the way HR departments operate as well. Technology makes it easy to outsource HR activities to specialist service providers, by allowing service providers real-time internet-based access to the employer's human resource information database. Payroll, benefits, applicant testing, and screening, carrying out reference checks, exit interviews, employee training, etc. are some of the popular human resource tasks that are being outsourced currently. Companies are outsourcing more HR activities nowadays because the transactional functions could be turned over to a service provider with a process and technology expertise, and the core company can concentrate its efforts on strategic acquisition, motivation, and retention of talent, which by all means is critical to business success. Good employees need to feel valued. They want to know that development programs are available, so that they can have the skills needed to do their jobs and grow in their careers. They also want to know that their employers will help them remain marketable in case they have to find new employment. When an organization gets its employees trained by an outside agency, it is called training process outsourcing. The training process has many of the same characteristics of other business functions that have been successfully outsourced. Training programs will benefit from best practices and procedures, new systems, and new technology, and also from the leverage that outsourcing brings inside an enterprise and from enterprise to enterprise. Outsourcing enables the client to reduce unit cost and head count, reduce its training investment, leverage existing assets, and ensure that the best talent is being used to deliver training. Training process outsourcing can bring in the following benefits. Many experts feel that outsourced training offering is a simpler, cheaper, faster, better value proposition. TPO helps a firm focus its energies on its core strengths, activities that it can perform better than its rivals. Heavy investments in building expensive training infrastructure can be avoided. Specialist training agencies are able to deliver excellent results since they carry it out again and again, meeting clients from various sectors. The resultant cross-fertilization of ideas can immensely help firms not having enough domain expertise and exposure. When professionals run the show, they are able to bring in impressive cost savings as well in terms of headcount and by freeing internal experts to work on other important areas of a company. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. This video is brought to you by Bookstune. Like this video to encourage us. Share this video to spread the knowledge. And subscribe to this channel for latest update.